I won't take up too much of your time, so I'll get straight to it. Like everything in life, we all need the help of those around us in order to succeed. I stand here as valedictorian because of the many people that have helped me throughout my journey here at CRSM. But before I thank those people, I have to thank my family who were always there for me. I want to thank my mom, who was a pillar of my strength in everything I do. No matter what challenge I may be facing, she was always there for me and always cheering me on. I want to thank my dad as well for always supporting me and going along with whatever my mom does, and my brother who always tries to get me to step out of my comfort zone. To my classmates, especially Jair, Jacob, and Joseph, who were always there to make me laugh during our study hall period. It didn't matter the mood I was in, they always got a laugh out of me. I want to thank the counseling team that helped me push throughout my college applications and were always there for me when I needed help and advice. Ms. Banerjee, although you couldn't be here since the first day of freshman year, I was extremely afraid of you. In the beginning, I was timid and I always thought twice before going for help with you as I was afraid you'd be disappointed in me. I was wrong. You taught me that making mistakes was okay. Not only were they okay, but part of the process of learning. The only thing I regret is not having you my sophomore year because I missed a year of enlightenment. I'm here with the paper copy of my speech, but for the longest time, I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about today. I would spend hours just looking at my computer, trying to brainstorm ideas and wondering what I could focus my speech on. It wasn't until I started to reflect on my time at CRSM that something stood out to me. Fear. I've always felt like I've been held back by fear, always spinning scenarios in my head of what could happen and therefore creating a barrier for myself. Throughout my time at CRSM, I came to the realization that fear and success are omnipresent. I always had the idea that stress and fear would one day go away, but they always be here. I realized that if I wanted to achieve what I had wanted for so long, I would have to be delusional. As Father John Foley states in the Christ-Story Creed, may we have faith in a dream so ambitious that support on the delusional with a healthy disregard for conventional thinking. May our hope be so outrageously bold that we are afraid people will laugh at us if they know what we hope for. From taking college-level courses to running for student council, although that failed, I learned that it is inevitable to face things that you most fear in order to achieve your goals. I feared going to college, but most of all, I feared rejection. I was afraid that the school I would be applying to, the one that I had wanted to go for so long, as I can remember, would reject me. But rather than let this fear hold me back, I let it inspire me. I would not be held back this time. If somebody did it, so can I, and they had one. There's a first for everything. I always repeated this to myself and kept it in the back of my mind. What I'm trying to say from all of this is that fear in reality is a motivation for much of what we do. We all have fear before we do something new, but this is eventually what gives us the push to do it. It doesn't matter if we're doing something big or small, we can always find motivation from this. We may fear rejection and making mistakes, but rather than staying in our comfort zone and creating those scenarios in your head, go for it and find out what is true in reality. We all have different journeys awaiting us, but we will all have to go through this time and time again. Always keep in mind that the only motivation you need is from yourself. Maybe you will be lucky enough to have the support of people around you, but if you don't, remember that you will not be the first to face adversity. Although I was deathly afraid of speaking in front of crowds, I stand before you as proof that fear can indeed be that motivation to give us that extra nudge in life. Thank you, and may God bless you all in your journeys towards finding success.
All right, and now we'll recognize each one of our graduates.